My name is Elina Heinmäe, and I work as an educational technology lecturer at Tallinn University. And my research interest focuses on digital play, media education, and children's digital competence. My current projects at Tallinn University are related to edtech companies that support the development and implementation of digital play in early childhood education. Also, I work as an educational technologist at kindergarten, and my daily work is related to supporting teachers and children's digital skills. In recent years, I've also started to support parents to explain and share good practices for controlling and mediating technology use and media consumption at home. In my presentation, I will give an overview of what digital play means and why it's important, how digital play occurs at home and in kindergarten, and what is important to keep in mind as a teacher when we use technology-rich games and activities in preschool settings. I will give you a short overview about media and technology in the lives of children, also adults as role models, children's digital experiences, digital play at home and preschool, children's roles in digital play, and of course suggestions for teachers, and keeping in mind the learning environment, because it's very, very important when we talk about technology and children. Children 0 to 3 years old gain their first experiences with technology during their first months of life, and studies show that children's use of screen media begins at an early age. Thus, we can say that by the age of 1, children are active media users. It's our reality that touchscreen devices have become an unavoidable part of our lives and also part of children's everyday lives. Children are deeply immersed in digital technologies, and the way children interact with screen-based media during early childhood is constantly changing. We live in media-rich homes where digital technologies create additional opportunities for young children's play. The focus of my presentation is not so much to discuss whether media and technology have a negative or positive effect, but rather that we, as teachers and also parents, become more aware that media and technology affect our children, how they develop, how they learn, even communicate, and most importantly, how they play. And we can make smarter choices when supporting children's learning process. Therefore, I believe it's our responsibility how we consume media and use technology, because we as adults are role models for children, and we can show and teach them how to use technology and solve problems, and of course, even how to use technology for self-expression. We as teachers may have more influence than we realize, especially how we think, speak about, and use digital media. There is no simple way of defining digital play. However, it refers to children's freely chosen activities with digital devices, smart or electronic toys. Digital play activities could range from dancing along to a song on YouTube, or just using an app for drawing, even to pretending to talk to a friend or family member on a mobile phone that doesn't work anymore. Thus, digital play is not just a game or activity with screens. It's not just only smart touching or touchscreen pressing. It's more complicated, and it may include different activities both entertainment and learning, especially with robotics, electronic toys, and multimedia. Digital play in preschool settings can also be related to learning activities, integrating touchscreens, robotics, and smart toys. Depending on the app, device, or a toy, digital play may include only few activities or many different ones, like I described, where children's problem-solving skills, self-expression, and developing imagination are supported. I think it's very important to know that children take their digital play experiences from home to preschool. Even if they don't directly use any technological device or smart toy in kindergarten play, still their play is influenced what they have used at home. Devices, also what they have seen at home, media characters, favorites, and also their play scenarios. And as a teacher, I definitely recommend asking children what they watch, what they use, and what they like to do with digital technology at home. Also, what are the arrangements at home and what can be applied in kindergarten as well? Because playful activities to increase children's media awareness can be done in a preschool setting without using any technology. So it's very important to know and acknowledge the learning goal. Children share their media experiences, both good and bad ones. And here you can see some suggestions to consider and be aware of when we talk digital play at home. It's more about entertainment than learning. And digital play at home is not related to the curriculum. Also, there may be no time or content restrictions, and it's part of the child's daily routine. Digital devices are used while eating, brushing teeth, or even helping the child to fall asleep. Also, digital devices tend to play the role of babysitter, and technology is used as a means of rewarding or punishing. Also, handling of the device and its content are regulated not only by the parent, but by the older siblings too. And parents' own excessive use of screen media is a bad example for children, and digital play at home is not mediated by adults. But in the kindergarten situation, digital play is for educational purposes and supports the learner's digital competence. And of course, 21st century skills like problem solving, creativity. Also, digital play at kindergarten is related to the curriculum, and there are always time and content limitations. Digital devices is not part of the learner's daily routine, and technology is not used as a babysitter. And digital devices are not used to reward or punish the child, and providing the technology and media content is regulated by the teacher. And we can say that digital play is always mediated by the teacher. And now, when we know more about digital play at kindergarten and in home settings, I believe it's very important to know that children take different roles during digital play, and children are not passive subjects regarding screens, and they shape their own digital play. And as a teacher, it's very important to notice and be aware of children's roles and also interactions while they're using technological resources. And here you can see 4 different descriptions about those roles. And the first one is the owner. So physically, the owner owns control over the device, and it's in the child's hand. And being in the role of owner means controlling what happens on the screen. And of course, the owner has the right to decide or just ignore other children's suggestions. The second role is the leader, so controlling activities and giving on-screen guidance to the children. In this role, the leader influences other children's actions and behaviors on the screen. And the way children assume the role of a leader may vary from child to child. It can be different. And a leader can apply two approaches, like social dominance, for example, bullying, or diplomacy. It's more talking and making compromises. The fourth role is participant or active participant. So being a participant means that children use the device at the same time. Like children wait for their turn to press or pinch something on the screen. And usually participants are involved in the activity, but other children do not consider them as a leader or the owner. Active participant communicates and marks either verbally or physically his or her presence. So active participant may offer advice, cheer, she or he can jump or clap hands or even talk with other players. And active participant is verbally and physically active and quite interested in what's happening on the screen or with smart toys, but doesn't use the device or technology at all. And active participant waiting or even looking for leaders' approval, confirmation, or suggestions. And the fourth role is spectator. This is the role where child observes how other children use devices or smart toys and do not interfere. Usually, spectator passively observe the play and do not interact with other children. Some children may have been involved with activity, but it's only because they want to be close to their friends or specific friend. So the spectator has no interest in the resource. In conclusion, children may share those roles and positions, and we can say that role of technology is shaping children's social interactions. And of course, the learning environment is very important, especially when you plan media and technology-rich activities. And here you can see some questions. For example, what technology or digital tools do you have in the classroom? Do you have tools and devices that you are free to use? Or you have to make some agreements. You have to share these devices with other colleagues. Also, all children do not have to be in the activity at the same time. So definitely make smaller groups and children can share devices and smart toys. Of course, consider the size and the area of the work surface and the position of the children's bodies too, especially when they use screens in the learning process, because it's very important to see and plan where do they use technology. Are they sitting next to the table or besides the table? Are they sitting or laying on the floor or sitting in back chairs? And of course, think about the light, because it's very important. Is the light enough light, or is the light dim enough? Especially if your activity means using touch screens or big screens like smart boards. And finally, some practical suggestions. When planning a learning activity, think what is the purpose of the activity? What does the child learn with this activity? And does the child also learn something new about technology? And how are the child's digital skills developed? And of course, does the use of technology help the child or teacher? And what is in focus? Is it more learning or more entertainment? And Finally, children are not passive subjects regarding screens and smart toys, and definitely they shape their own digital play. Children are active imitators and participants in digital play, and of course, child's contribution plays a significant role. Preschool teachers can definitely help and support children's digital skills by giving extra guidance, also advice on how to avoid threats, and of course, enhance positive effects. Teachers also should notice and guide children's digital play, and the learning environment is important, and this must be taken account when planning learning activities with technology.